Hello everyone, here we are for the final stream. Let me get this posted. We'll give some time for people to get here, I guess, as usual. Last time, I guess I started a little too early to get the match. There was like a bunch of waiting time, so I'm going to wait until around 2:35 to start the matchup analysis. Yeah, so hopefully people are having a good day. Very hyped day. Obviously, we got the grand finals. This is what it all comes down to. Yeah, it all comes down to this. So, big day, big day. As I mentioned last year, the winner of this wins I mean, they're both gonna win some good money, but the winner of this wins $626. That's a big chunk of change right there. So, yeah, big deal there. I have gotten all payment for everyone, so all prizing, if you're watching this and you were in top 8, all prizing will be distributed by not by after the final game is played. Yeah, I can never wait. I'm too impatient to wait to start covering it. So guess we'll just go right into it. Our matchup analysis here. Yeah, let's go right into our matchup analysis. So on matching side, we see Rotom Appliance, Tyranitar, Roserade, Gyarados, Cresselia, Rhyperior, Parasect, and Dragonair. And on Crashing Boom Bang side, we see Raikou, Suicune, his own Roserade, Bronzong, Mismagius, Hitmonchan, Snorlax, and Onix. So you can pretty much start by immediately removing all the one-pointers from the matchup. Parasect, Dragonair, and Onix are not... I mean, I guess I could see a world Parasect comes, but I think it's really bad. And Dragonair and Onix just aren't coming. They have no viability here. So, we know pretty much what 6 matches bring, unless he for some reason drops something for a Parasect, which I guess like it's immune to water. So like, there's a world you could Copium use it as a Suicune answer, but I think that's really bad. And then on a CUB side, I think Hitmonchan does probably come over something. Hitmonchan looks decent here, and the one problem is spitting on Rotom's really hard, but it's a big help for T-Char, which otherwise looks very scary into CUB's team. So Hitmonchan probably does have to come, which is not the best thing for CUB because it's just a little awkward to position. It lets in Crest for free, which isn't ideal for his team, stuff like that. Lax is looking very good defensively though for CBB. There's not much matching can do to break it down. He might need like banded attackers like Rhyperior and T-Char to break it through curses, which is really tough to do. But we saw last game even Yarn Curse, like just a more offensive set could also be very, very solid here. Suicune and Raikou, the win conditions. Raikou looks great. Suicune looks I mean, Suicune's pretty good, but Roserade's a good check. Rotom can help with it. It's gonna be a difficult time, but it's definitely actually Suicune's probably pretty decent. I'm looking at more. Raikou's good, but it's gonna be really hard for it to fit everything it wants because it wants Thunderbolt, and it wants like Shallow Ball, and then you need where you go run HP Grass, HP Ice for it to cover Roserade and Rhyperior or a Spear. Like, it's really tough to figure out his moveset here. Bronzong is very good for CUB. I think Rotom Heat's a mandatory bring in that form specifically because Bronzong is so difficult for matching to wear down. It's not affected by his own sand, which is obviously a big deal. No spinner on matching side is Pulse team, which means CUB is almost definitely going to be attempting to spike stack the heck out of him, maybe even toxic spike stack. Although toxic spikes get absorbed by Roserade, but catching the T-Char or the Rhyperior with a poison would be really big. You get like a sequence where you get the Toxapex up, and then you have Snorlax. You get like Snorlax, and you force in one of the rock types to check it, and then they get poisoned before Roserade can. The matching Roserade can suck up the spikes, Tox spikes. Mismag looks okay, but T-Char obviously kind of shits on it. But HP fighting is pretty good damage, so I know I'm not sure what CUB drops here. I feel like my gut is telling me Mismag is the drop, but it could be Hitmonchan, it could maybe be Roserade. I think all 4 of Raikou, Suicune, Bronzong, and Snorlax are shoe-ins here, though, for sure. And honestly, Roserade seems pretty likely to with no removal on matching side, so probably just dropping one of Hitmonchan or Mismag, which, I don't know. I think I would lean dropping Mismag here, but Mismag does have a lot of offensive potential, so you could maybe drop the Hitmonchan. On matching side, when we're talking about his threats, T-Tar is pretty strong. Outside Hitmonchan, not much really wants to come in on it. Physical defensive Bronzong, which is going to be physical defensive this game, of course, is a good check. But between Rhyperior and Tyranitar, you can wear it down. I could very well see like a Trick Iron Ball on Crest to try and catch that Bronzong and make it grounded so Rhyperior's Earthquake can clean hit it. And if that happens, Rhyperior is looking very, very scared at that point. Rhyperior is quite strong offensively here. Like, nothing really wants to come out. Say Bronzong, which also we stated, it's going to get worn down really fast. I could see CUB running a rest set even, just Resto, Chesto, and Bronzong, just like give it some longevity, which it might not have otherwise. Gyarados is interesting. Obviously, Water's pretty spammable into CUB's team. If you can wear down or eliminate the Suicune, it looks very scary. But Raikou can be Scarf here if he wants to, like, catch the Gyarados, or like invest into live Waterfall with a Shucca Berry to live Earthquake, stuff like that. But Gyarados definitely is a pretty solid Gyarados matchup if I had to say myself. The spikes on the hazards on matching side are also pretty good here, because Hitmonchan is a lot of trouble spinning on Rotom. It's one of the hardest spinners for. Hitmonchan's like arguably one of the worst relatively frequently drafted spinners into Rotom. Like, yes, you can run Foresight, but then you're packing Foresight and Rapid Spin, and, like, you probably want Close Combat and Mach Punch and Thunder. It just, like, it wants so much. And Toxic, it wants so much here. If it even comes. Rotom looking very strong offensively. Ghost is pretty good. Just have to watch out for Snorlax trying to Pursuit Trap you or just hit you with, like, a Crunch. Will helps, but it could very well be One Berry. I think One Berry makes a lot of sense in this matchup. And, yeah, I know, I think I lean CUB in this matchup. I really do think his team has some clear advantages over Machines. But Machines is obviously, I mean, he won a lot against this team. Both players went 5-1 with these. I guess CUB went 6-1 with this team because he had to use it in the rematch versus Crying. So both players only lost one game with their respective teams. So they're definitely both competent. But I do think CUB has a bit of an edge here for sure. I guess going through real quick the lineups. So I just kind of want to just go back through and see what their journeys were to get here in the bracket. So first up, we see Matching's first opponent was. Where did I pass him? Might be being stupid. I'm kind of tired. Yeah, Matching's first opponent was Tago, who of course is a veteran and done very well in every tournament. Then Butterchoke, who even after losing the match, he went pretty far. Then Nate Dogg and Alpha. So all of the people that Matching beat in bracket did pretty well overall for themselves. And we go over to CBB here. CBB faced Food first, and then lost to Crying. And obviously, as mentioned, there was reentry here. CBB fell down to his bracket. He took on Tago. So again, the of our former champions having to take on both of them. Sleepy Emerald Open champion, obviously very, very strong player, taking on CB. And CB also played Nate, and then Rancher was Crying and beat Aontha in the lower bracket finals. So both players have worked really hard to get here, and it should be a good match. I'm really excited for it. I don't know what else to say. I guess I'm just sitting here now, but yeah, hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully there aren't any huge crits like last game, but you never know. That's Pokemon, especially in Gens 3 through 5. Crits are just what they are in the old gens. There's not much you can do about it. 2 times crits are just nasty, and sometimes they just do crit things. But yeah, I'm gonna give it some time, and then once they do start, obviously I'll ping everyone and I'll pull it up on a stream. So yeah, we just gotta wait a bit. That's fine. I know for VGC EUIC is this weekend, so to anyone watching a stream or just in a DT server in general who is going to and participating, I wish you the best of luck. Obviously a huge VGC event, so I hope you all do well. That would be cool to have draft players doing well. I know obviously Hopeless won the regional. Was it last year or a year? I don't remember. A while ago. And then K Crick made top 4 in the Sydney regional recently, which was very impressive. So let's see draft players eating well. Yep. I know I kind of went for everything else to talk about last time. So I guess we'll just wait a bit and see what happens. Okay. Guess I can pull up Smog Tours as well and see it, and just so we're ready for it. Is there any Gem 4 battles? No. Okay, so we're not going to pull anything up here. That's okay. I see there's a lot less. There were like 200 on the weekend. I guess weekday, yeah, it's going to be a lot less. So, fair enough. But hopefully people will show out for this game. This is obviously a very big deal. A lot on the line, for sure. Sorry, there's not much to say when I kind of went through the match and everything. But yeah, prizing will be given out today, and we will have a new champion, which is really exciting. I'm happy this tournament went pretty smoothly. There were very few hiccups, which I'm really happy about. Some of the past tournaments had a couple bumps in the road. This time it all went smoothly. No real major problems, which is nice to see, and makes me very hopeful for DT4 next fall in winter when that comes around. That should hopefully it'll go just as smoothly and maybe even get more people. So it would be cool. So thank you everyone who played this year or even just spectated and kept up with the tournament. I really appreciate it. Obviously, 256 is a lot of people, so every single one of you I'm really thankful for. Yeah, I know what to say. I'll make an announcement like with that kind of stuff at the end anyway. Yeah. Yep. To anyone who is watching the VOD, sorry about all this dead air. If you skip like 15 minutes ahead, we'll probably be in the game by then. Sorry about this. I probably started the stream too early again, but whatever. It's about 15 minutes we'll get going. If anyone comes in chat, I'll have like stuff to say because I can talk to them. This is painful. I should not have started the stream this early. We're kind of just sitting here waiting now, but oh well. Yeah, it might be a little while, but that's okay. Just talking to myself. Oh well. Guess while I'm waiting, I'll see if there's any Gen 4 battles going on in Showdown we can watch and talk about. That'll be something to do at least. See, Gen 4, it's probably not going to be anything draft, but wait. Oh, right, but I was going to say, it's probably not going to be anything for that yet now, but that's okay. So just do Gen 4 OU, I guess. See, yep, there's some games going on here. Pull up these names, so I guess we can pull up this one and just watch and see what's happening here. Let me get rid of that. So we see we see a Joey Magros power flinching down on my Waddick. If I don't think my could have done much to it anyway. Then we see this Ambipom here, clicking fake out, but that's not going to do much at all. And Magros lefties, yeah, so this game looks pretty wrapped up. I wonder what the White Nex's last Pokemon is. Oh, it didn't kill, but, well, yeah, Ambipom is shit. Why are you using Ambipom in OU? I don't know, but here we are. What's the last Pokemon in the back? He is a Sceptile, and this, even if it doesn't die, like, Earthquake's not going to kill. Man, shit, so Leaf Storm, not KO, and then Edge. Oh, it's just going to die in life form. Yep. So we can see, there's any more. Sure, we can pull this one up, I guess. We can see a Latios. That's something you don't see in draft. So here's a Latios on our stream for once. There's a Cloyster on there on this side, which you don't. Again, some sort of, we have to see a Abomasnow, Cloyster, Rowan Frost, definitely in Clef, some sort of weird hail team. And a No Queen and Hitmontop. That makes sense. This side looks to be just like kind of standard offense. Magnetar's Charge Beam Mag sounds cool. I'm looking at that. Yeah. So this Rotom catches the Scissor with Paralysis. It's pretty big. Now it can Thunderbolt it for a ton of damage. Or Shadow Ball. So it doesn't have an electric move probably, unless he was calling the Latios coming back in. Does have the electric move is good. Not kill. Pursuit is good. Crit. Oh, and that's good in the game because it dies to sand. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Is it milestone range of rocks? No, but surely it's in bullet punch range. It doesn't matter. His sister looks choice actually, but it won't matter. Never mind, it's not choice. So it'll die to hail, but like about what? I guess it depends what rest rip tubbies. Last one. Oh, it's impertinent. Yeah, that was over. That's it. It just goes to fire move. I guess Abomasnow can try and protect repeatedly to try and toxic kill it. Overheat misses anyway. Very funny. I mean, he is getting shit, but he's getting like a quintuple protect to win this game. This guy shard. No, dude, you had to spam protect. That was your out. You had to go for a bunch of protects. Ice shard's not gonna do enough. Okay, that's that one, I guess. Still not. Let's just. There's gonna be anything going on. There's 1,000. Okay. Next we can see if there's any Gen 4 formats, maybe. Gen 4 Ubers. Let me close this. Gen 4 UU. Or NU. Appears no one is playing Gen 4 right now. It's a little disappointing, but oh well. Maybe someone's playing Gen 7. Gen 7 draft's cool. Nope. Well, I'll leave this open for a year, I guess, but yeah. That's fine. Just something to think about while we're waiting. just under 10 minutes to go until the scheduled time at least. So that's exciting. Under 10 minutes to go. Yep. Okay. Again, sorry about the dead air. People watching the VOD. I know it's probably unbearable. It's kind of unbearable for me too, but we're just gonna wait. If we started this way too early. This way it is. I appreciate this guy's name. Doug Trio's broken. I love Doug Trio and certain use some drafts. I find it really fun to use. That means we're getting DVP, but use some once it gets the attack buff to 100. I feel like use some's the one gen it's really good in drafting. I guess ORS is decent if you're on really fat teams, but it's a lot weaker in that gen with only A base attack. Wow, these are really low rated battles. I doubt the wire goes. It's probably because the wire doesn't go that high. But we can take a look. I don't even know what this wire caps out. Probably pretty low because I don't a lot of people play it. Unfortunately, it's taking a while. It'll load. If it doesn't kill my computer, it will load. Doesn't really matter, but something to look at while we're waiting. He is apparently going to kill my computer, so never mind. I'll try it one more time then. There is, yeah, Caso 698, bro. Anyone we know from the tournament up here? Just might not look. Don't see anyone who played in the tournament up here right now. I'll go down to the 50th. Yeah, I don't see anyone from our tournament here, but that's okay. Yep. Okay, CB has pinged in general chat that he is ready, so we should be starting probably pretty soon. Someone joined the stream, so hello, whoever joined. You don't have to respond in chat, but hello. So we'll be starting soon. Just once matching gets online, we will be ready to go in the one last dance, I guess, as I called it. Okay, I like looking at people's customs. I just find it really cool. What the? That is very funny. Execute and phalanx. Very. That is a. I like that a lot. That's funny. Darcher's broken. Morty and Sweet Gun's pretty good. I don't know what this is, but it's like a. He just. I don't. Oh, it's yes. He just. I see now. I see a sword. That's cool. Oh my god, some old guy in Primal Groudon, probably from an anime I haven't watched. Nerf Phalanx 1. That's pretty. Chiyu guy. These are cool. I was. Oh man, this one. Wow, this one is cool with the like variation on Price's stance with like a Celestial. Oh man, this is one of my favorite customs I've seen in a long time. I love Celestial. It's such a cool mon. I spammed the hell out of it in Gen 4. I mean Gen 7 draft, so I can tell you that. Yeah. Right. Yep, so we should be starting soon. Just waiting on second player to be ready. Hello, people. Yep, we are just, hopefully we'll be starting soon. We have some monitors pulled up. Well, anyway, I guess I can show the matchup off for a minute or so. I already kind of went through it earlier, but, so, I'm not going to make myself go through the whole thing again. But it is a pretty interesting matchup. Both sides have a lot of threats to each other and decent checks. I don't really see a mon on either side that just straight up shreds the opposing team. Both teams have pretty much checks to everything the opposing has and has offense that can break through it. So I think it should be a pretty good game. I am leaning CUV in the matchup. I think his team just ekes it out slightly with probably, I think what puts it over edge is the hazard game, because CUV has the spikes and Match obviously doesn't have a spinner. But at the end of the day, I still think it's going to be a very game. If I had to pick someone in the matchup, I would lean CUV here based on that, but it's a really tough call. Yeah, so we do see kind of like seeing some Pokemon that they used in the further rounds coming back. So we see we see Suicune and Snorlax from CUV's. Actually, let me pull something up for you guys. This is kind of interesting. So look here, CUV's two drafts are actually very similar. We have a top tier electric type Zapdos and Raikou. Then we have Suicune. We have a Snorlax that'll be in different positions. So we have a top tier Steel, or one top high mid tier Steel and Registeel and Bronzong. Then we see Registeel and Bronzong. Then we see some sort of Speed and Jolteon, or I guess that's kind of different, but a Hitmon Spinner, a Poison type with T-Spikes and Quill and Roserade, and then kind of the Mismag and Jolteon kind of don't match. And then we see a shitty 1-point ground type that's not relevant. So kind of interesting seeing that his team is pretty similar in both compositions. Definitely the playstyle he wanted to go for. And I'm actually not as much, but we do see he did really enjoy Roman Pines. He got round 3 in the pool stage and decided to take it round 1 in bracket. So he took it round. I'm doing this backwards. He took it round 1 in pools, and it got back to him round 3 in redraft, which is quite surprising. Kind of surprised Rotom lasted that long in that pool, in that or redraft pool. Yeah, that's the matchup. Okay, we are. Yep, so we're going back to Smog Tours now. We will just wait for both players to be ready. Alright, I always forget like the official spelling stuff going on because I don't really follow stuff that isn't draft. Isn't draft. Is it 7? I don't know how else works. Everyone probably knows which one will. Yeah, it's not important. I was like, maybe I have to get voice because I have honestly running this tournament, but it's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, so we yeah. Hope everyone who has joined is having a good day. We should obviously be starting relatively soon. Hopefully Matching gets on soon. He has not responded since I DM'd him this morning about how I will get him his prize money, so hopefully he gets on soon. We'll see. I guess I'll go back to what I was doing earlier, which is I was watching Gen 4 games on main. I guess while we're waiting, I can do that and we can talk or whatever about them. There's a draft game, Gen 4 draft. Let's watch this. Okay, let's go back to this. Cool. So you see an Ampharos leading to a Neo Queen game. Toxic spikes as Ampharos is gonna start screening. Oh god, why is there a fucking Latios? Why is there a fucking Latios? Holy shit. And it's clicking Dragon Dance. What is this? Why is it not just clicking Draco in Gen 4? And Ampharos is now toxic. Why are we not just clicking the big button? It's Gen 4 Latios. It's broken as shit. There you go. Thunderwave again. Neo Queen comes in. Ice Beam into the arrow. Gonna do a good chunk through the light screen, yeah. Get super low. Arrows gonna get rocks here. Yep. Oh my god. Latios Scissor. What is going on here? Why is there a Latios on my screen? In draft of all things, let alone like Oyorubis. And brings it back in. In comes Gengar. Okay, Gengar's probably Scarf. Last get my brother in Christ, why are you running DD Latios in this gen? Just I want a speed boost. Okay, so he's DD special. He's definitely has HP Fire. Or not, okay. Dragon Ball do virtually nothing to the Scizor. Yeah, but I'm just watching these while I wait for the main game. Set. Force gonna spin there. Let's say it appears they will be ready soon. Let's. I know what's going on here. Hey, let's matches. He's still not on the Small Tour, so hopefully soon. It should be going relatively soon. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but that's okay. I probably should not go on there. It's fine. Sorry, I'm a little out of it today. I'm a little unfocused. That's why I keep like switching tabs and stuff. It's fine, just how it is. You see a Gyarados, okay. Why does this guy have a Latios and the opponent's best Pokemon is like fucking Gengar? That's really sad. And it might just win this anyway. Back to Smog Drawers real quick. Nope, he's still not on. That's fine. That's fine. He said 5 to 10 minutes, so we have a bit of waiting. Let's go Stone Edge instead of Waterfall and Miss. There's like Bandit as hell in 25 there. It'll be 5-10 minutes, but that's okay. Go for another. Now let's go. Why is this fucking no EV Gyarados? Why did that do 29 at +1? Even Fizdef Scizor like should take a lot more than that. What is this Gyarados spread? Now let's go Stone Edge and. Why did that do more? I'm so confused. Oh, there was Reflect. I'm stupid. There was a Reflect up. I'm a dumbass. It's okay. Yeah, so let's watch them. We'll check back in at around 3:10 to see if they are ready to play. Hippo comes in. There's a Hippo here. Sure, I don't know what. Just wanting to say. This game is. I'm losing brain cells. We are all losing brain cells watching this, but that's okay. Whatever. Yep. why did the Latios not have HP Fire and just win? I don't understand, but whatever. Yon Hippo is interesting, I guess. I mean, it's not that crazy. It's interesting. In comes the broken ass Latios again. Why is this thing legal in this draft league? I don't know. But here it is. T-Bolt, okay. He still doesn't have HP Fire. This is the Fortress Cust app. Oh, he's healthy anyway. I still just have to ask, why the fuck are you not HP Fire? What? Houndoom. Okay, there's a fire type here, but the non-Latios guy still has something in the back. Is the Latios guy actually gonna fucking lose with a Latios in Gen 4 draft? What the hell? Oh. Shix Monktors again. It's been a few minutes. Nope. Hey, my friend Celeste is bowing. Maybe I'll pull that up after this. I don't know. It's not Gen 4, but we are waiting, so. Yeah, sorry that we are running a bit late today, but it's fine. It's fine. Well, I'm sure when we get the game, it'll be worth the wait. Nope, still not here yet. Okay, someone is thinking for a long time here while we're just watching this random game. Nope. Sure. Yeah, so I still don't know what we're... Whatever. It's a Gen 4 draft game. I pulled it up because we're waiting. Whatever. Oh, we're both in Hindi. The Hindi room, so maybe it's like a... It's like an Indian draft league? I don't know. Whatever. What? Okay, so I guess they were predicting something in the back, but I'm so confused. Why would you not just... This thing is their only... It's their Latios... Whatever. It's their Latios check, which again, why the fuck is there a Latios in this game? Look, I've seen Latios on Jump 4 weeks before. It shouldn't be, but I've seen it. I've used it, but like... I used it once... Okay, yeah, so... Whatever... I mean, is that Scarf Salamence? Wait, that's a fucking Salamence. Why are there both Latios? Is this meant to be like a low, like an Ubers Gen 4 draft? What the fuck? Why is there a Salamence? I just like took that and I'm like, why is there a Salamence in a Latios? What the fuck are we watching? Surely Fortress and Rage of Troy. Is it Cuss Step? Nope. Yeah. So that was one of the games that of all time that existed. Sure. Matt Sheen is online, so you'll be starting very soon. I am sure he's on Smog Tours now. Everyone get excited. We are going to be starting soon. Close main then for that. It's almost time. Move myself over to live battle so I can get in there real quickly. Hey, we are just getting ready now to finish it off. Okay. Let's see. It should be. They sent. Hey. Just waiting here. There we go. Let me grab it. You see Garros leading to bronze. Let me post this real quick. Hey, there we go. Alright, so we see Garros leading into bronze, and then we're just going to waterfall, do a type of damage to that Suicune. So we're going to be forced out into Rotom as a double back into the Bronzong CBB side. Presumably wanting to get rocks up on something. However, Rotom does frighten us out pretty hard if it's not Heat. I mean, no, he has to be Levitated. It's a freaking Rhyperior. It's Levitated. So unless like he's Akaberry or he's willing to like take all that damage, but I don't know if he is because this Bronzong is a really important defensive piece. Here we have people join now. And now we're getting people join. Hey Marto, yep, one last ride. We final game of the tournament until next year. Oh, I guess not next year. It's 2026 now. Until October, I guess. So it's gonna be 8 months till the next one. It's an interesting turn because, like, obviously, Rotom's kind of in the driver's seat here, but Bronzong obviously does have options. Interesting. So Machi's really thinking about what might come in, probably. They both got to their Rose Rares on the same turn, so we might see some spiking action now. Very well could see that. Or maybe Sleep Powder, although they do have Natural Cure, so but it will allow them to get up spikes on the R if it goes to sleep, even if the R one can heal it off. That's still pretty good to get those spikes up. We're gonna spike, and Sludge Bomb's only gonna do 33 to Machines Rose Raid. So Machines Rose Raid can get up all 3 spikes if it really wants to here. We avoided most of the rematches and mirror matches and redraft, but here we see viewers rates. Ishvar gonna do 33 at Bronzong. That's approximately a free at KO, but we don't know. Yep. Thanks, Marla. I appreciate the kind words. Okay, so we do say I do 33, so it could be a free at KO, but obviously with Showdown, it's hard to know exactly. Because it could be at like 67.1%. It's alright. You all know how this works. You know how Showdown works. I don't need to explain it. Just realized I had Chrome muted, so even if someone did come in to call, I wouldn't see. Anyway, we're going to see HP Fire come out. So he's a free hit KO, and Bronzo's going to get up the rocks here. So, importantly, it's 925, so if it's cussed up, it's not in range. It's a pretty big deal. So Rosary can't take this opportunity to just try and knock it out, but surely CB so get into his own Rosary. Taking a spike, taking HP Fire, doing 38. So that's, I feel like that's a bulkier Rosary, but it could just be a not very offensive Rosary. No, it's probably bulkier on CB side. Alright, so Machine's Rosary is going to go sleep, meaning it is forced out here, and it can to heal it off. And CB has a free spike, maybe a free Sympathist if he's packing it. Look, we had a lot more people for the first game. We had like 30 people for the first game, but it's fine. And we're going to switch out, get that off. We're going to go into Gyarados here. Oh, it's a rest Rosary. So that's going to heal it all the way up. And then CB can also switch out to get that sleep off. But very cool. That's a tech I haven't seen that much this tournament. We see it on Shaman kind of frequently, but you don't see it on Rosary that much. But I do like it a lot here because Rosary is a pretty useful piece in this matchup to keep healthy. I definitely really like that. However, that does give this Gyarados a free turn, which sounds kind of scary. Suicune's a pretty free safe switch, but imagine you can also take advantage of that and double into Rosary or Rotomite pretty safely. So he has a pretty big turn here. I'm curious what Rish gonna do here. We're going to Crest as what comes in. The Suicune comes in. Okay, so presumably matching why Crest in on Suicune for some reason. Perhaps it's a trick set. That's my first guess. It's a more trick set. He wants to get that off onto the Suicune. In comes the Bronzong. Oh, no, it's screens Crest, as we've seen a lot of matching. We see another screens. Actually, did he have Crest in the bracket? I don't. Oh, looking at it. Rhyperior comes in as double into Mismag. Okay, so CB probably benched Hitmonchan based on the fact that Mismag is here. Because the last two are surely Raikou Snorlax, right? We're going to payback. Ooh, so the subs are not going to stay up. And no, CB can't even like fish for Stone Edge business here. Into the Suicune, we're just going to quick payback again, presumably do. Oh, God. Wow, it's a huge crit, 51%. This Rhyperior is forced out if it's not Patch Berry, but wow, it's a huge crit. That's going to force Suicune to rest if it's packing it pretty soon. Or protect or something. It just. That extra 25% off is really big. Into the Rose Raid. So we can just get fire off a Surf, only doing 12%, very low damage. Get a little bit of lefties back, which is good for CB. Obviously, he wants help on a Suicune. Rosary's going to be very healthy now, too, at 8%. Rosary is fraining in our spike. It's fraining a grass move here. And grass move's not a bad click because Bronzong's so low. And if your grass move isn't specifically Leaf Storm, you can hit Rosary on their next turn for HP Fire, maybe. Goes for another spike, and Ice Beam is going to come out to 29%. So yeah, it's a very special defensive Rosary that makes sense into Suicune Raikou. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, yeah. So Suicune gets a little bit of health back, but the second spike could be big in the long game. You're gonna go for a Grass Knot. Mismag's gonna come in and take virtually nothing because it's a ghost type, and most ghost types are incredibly light. Oh, it's packing Shadow Ball. Wow. HP Fire, Grass Knot, Shadow Ball. What a set. And that means Machi was definitely expecting this sub Mismag if he's packing this much coverage for it. But the Snorlax now gets in, and obviously Rosary switch is forced out. You can't. I guess Grass Knot, but probably won't do that much depending on the Snorlax spread. This makes me think CB's last Pokemon is Raikou. I guess it could be Hitmonchan. And on a matching side, surely the last Pokemon is the crap. I'm forgetting his team. Let me pull the matchup real quick. Surely Machine's last Pokemon is the Tyranitar, yeah. Bring in the Gyarados on the crunch, take 21. This Gyarados is getting really well now because of the rocks. The lack of a spare on Machine's side really hurting his Gyarados' prospects. Yeah. Also, RC would be heavily considered staying in if you have a normal move and just killing this thing. Although Suicune probably can take a hit plus one. Actually, no. I don't know if Suicune can take a plus one hit from 30 if it's packing like Earthquake. 30 after the spikes and lefties. Even from 36 if it's packing Protect, I don't think is likely. We will see what happens here. Out to the bronze armor. Let's go Waterfall and almost to get out. Oh, this is Custap range now. It's not showing lefties. It's almost definitely Custap. Will Machine scout for it? Or will he say Gyarados is so low already? I don't need to work. It's worth just sacking it here. Personally, I feel like you always go Rotom here. Because it's telegraphing Custap so damn hard. It's really telegraphing it. But we'll see. Oh god, and it's not Custap, and it gets the payback. Huge damage on this Rotom. That's big for Pokemon like Suicune and Snorlax for later. Rotom can obviously take this out. Now we know it's Custap, but this is one of the big things about Custap Berry in this gen is the threat of it alone can put in a lot of work, as we saw here. It just like forced it out and got a ton of damage on a Rotom. Rotom's just gonna Thunderbolt as the Rosary comes in and get a bit of chip off, but not gonna do that much. Now he is forced out because he can't risk being put to sleep, right? Surely you don't want this thing to be slept. Yeah, out to his own Rosary is probably a sleep power here. But now Machine is forced back out, so CB gets a free turn or a double of his choice. Well, not double, a switch of his choice. But having the Sleep Absorber on Machine's side is really big. Because obviously Sleep Power is very, very frightening in Gen 4. In it, like most gens. But because it can last 4 turns this gen instead of 3 like in Gen 6 and later. It can really mess you up if you aren't careful. Out to the Rotom Heat, but that's good. Taking ownership. Sludge Rotom comes out, does 19 to get the poison. No, Rotom will survive a little bit, but Roserade should probably faster if it's a fast set. Unless there's a fast Rotom, but this might be Rotom down already, which really opens up that Snorlax. Oh, it's a pretty fast Rotom. Pain Split's going to come off, but Weave Storm's going to come out to 51. Rotom can Pain Split again here, though. It does barely survive. It's probably a roll, but yeah, that's big. But I don't know, can Weave Storm at minus 2 KO after a Pain Split? I'm not sure on the rolls there. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. That's a clutch whip from the Rotom there for sure. It's a very special defensive set then in that case, which again makes sense for like Suicune and Raikou. Match use timer getting a little low. He's down to 60 seconds per turn now. In comes the Bronzong. Yeah, in Pain Split, actually, the Rotom's going to take damage. Huge play from CUB there. He can, Rotom comes to just kill this, but it's now very low. Mismag comes in. Okay, we're going to Shallow Ball. Ooh, 53. That Mismag is low, but obviously Rotom, and Rotom's out of Rock's range now, so Rotom can switch out and come back in later on something. That's big that it survived long enough to get out, enough lefties to get out of Rock's range. But where are you going to bring in on the Mismag here is the question. Do you just take the risk and go hard T-Tart? If this thing clicks Will-O-Wisp or HP Fighting, it could be a tough spot. We'll say Matching Stevens also, game pro. We see an 18% Rotom and the 30% Gyarados. Well, I guess we have a 6% Bronze and a 40% Suicune. So both sides are getting chipped quite a bit here. And a 14% Mismag. Yeah, both sides are taking a lot of chip. Mashing down to 30 seconds. Hope he's watching his timer. We're going to go into T-Tar here. Just get a Shallow Ball. Only do 11. It could potentially be a Scarf T-Tar. Trapping us with Pursuit. HP Fighting come off. It's Chople. What is a good click? It's Dragon Dancing here. It does outspeed because we know this isn't Scarf. There's a big opening for Machine here because Suicune and Bronzong are so low. Huge opening for Machine here. Will T-Tar take it home for him? T-Tar got called a fraud a lot going into this tournament, but it's done working brackets and in like the top like 128 rounds it up, and in redraft T-Tar's been very effective. It actually has been moved up to 18 for future team tours like Richie Premier League and Draft Winner League. The Bronzong is gonna be the sack risk a kill with Crunch. What is CB gonna bring in after? Snorlax comes in. Does this take a hit from 68? It might take a Crunch, but I don't know if it takes a Stone Edge. Of course, Stone Edge has to land, but Snorlax is obviously frightening, but getting a ton of damage on this could be big. For sure. this is a tough turn for both players, obviously. Well, and not for CB just has to click his best move to hit this thing, right? Like, or he's risking just losing the entire game. Question is, does Mad Sheen stay in or not? That's the big question. But now it stands up. Rotom, I believe, does die to sand and rocks. Low kicks could come out. Oh, and the low kick is packed. It's good. Tail Snorlax does CB's last Pokemon is Raikou. I don't know if anything was a hit from here. Unless it's a really bulky Raikou, it might just be the game right there. It's probably Natural Cure Roserade. Maybe it's Poison Point right now. Nope, the Raikou comes in. I kind of doubt this thing lives a +1 crunch. Are we going to see 1-6-0 from each side for Grand Finals? Oh, and that's going to wrap it up. Big crit, yeah. So both sides got a 6-0 in finals. Very funny. But yeah, I don't know if I'd say it's a reverse 6-0. It is a 6-0. T-Charger's going to come in and finish it off. The king of Gen 4 OU doing work here. Not too surprising. And Miss Max coming in and just finish off with one more crunch. That's going to be the end of the game. Congratulations to the Mad Sheen on winning Distortion Draft Tournament 3. It's a huge, huge accomplishment. I'm very happy to see that. Yeah, so a huge, huge accomplishment. Congratulations. Congratulations, Mad Sheen. I can't type it on here, but I'll move over here now. And with that, let's with that said, that is pretty much it. I will be posting an announcement soon, but thank you all for watching, and yeah, congratulations to Mad Sheen on his $600 paycheck for winning the Distortion Draft Tournament, and congratulations to CB on an amazing run, still getting home a clean $300, and making second place is still very good. With that, I'm gonna call it a stream. This is gonna be the last stream for DDT3, unless I decide to come back and do the top 128, top 64, top 32 games. Most likely not. So thank you all for being a part of this, and I'll see you in October for DDT4.